my name is Cassie. Welcome to my channel. And I'm finally going to do this book haul video. I got all the books over here on my puzzle table that I have gotten since January. I've actually got a box that I still haven't opened yet, and then a package I haven't opened yet for books, and so I'm going to also open those. But yeah, we're gonna go through this craziness that has been me since January when it comes to getting books. And we are going to see if I can't open this without a knife, because I don't want to have to go and get a knife. So, laziness at its best, right? And of course, it's like the stringy type of tape. It's like, I think I should be able to get it, hopefully from here. Oh, okay. Starting things off good, I think. Well, I mean, not really, but like anything, any books. I mean, I love books. I love buying books. I love reading books. But I have definitely gone way too far the past 5 months. Way too far. Like, over the line. Too far. But anyway. So, I'm not doing these in any particular order. I am not going to go into any details about any of these books. There's way too many. I do not want this video to be that long. But in that box, we got on Wings of Blood by Briar Bolin. And then we got Empire of Flame and Thorns by Marion Blackwood. So, first two are right there. Now we're going to go ahead and open this guy. Trash over there for the moment. We'll get to it in a minute. Okay. Alright. So that is Of Blades and Wings by Eliza Rain. This one. Oop. Sorry. And then A Daughter of the Drowned Empire by Frankie Diane Malice. This one. Alright. Now we're moving on to the table. Okay, I think that I've picked out the books that are not fantasy or sci-fi or romantasy, whatever. These are just straight up like romance or something thriller type books. Well, I only have one mystery thriller type books, and that is The Children of Red Peak by Craig DeLuey. I really kind of am slightly interested in books about cults, and I think this is a book about cults, if I remember correctly. And I'm sorry, this is way over there. But that was Children of Red Peak by Craig DeLuey. I think it's about a cult. Then I have Under Lock and Key by Lana Ferguson. You might have seen this in a TBR video recently. Not sure. But that is a fairly new one as well. And then I have Scythe and Sparrow by Bronnie Weaver, which is the ending of the Ruinous Love trilogy. That one. And then I have Allie Hazelwood's Deep End and Allie Hazelwood's Problematic Summer Romance. So, have those two. Alright, now we're going to be getting into actual fantasy, sci-fi, romantasy, paranormal romance books. So we're just going to start at the top here. I don't know what this is. A Drop of Corruption by Robert Jackson Bennett. And then we have The Witch Collector by Carissa Weeks. The Floating World by Axio. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Probably butchered it. Lady of Darkness by Melissa K. Rorich. I'm probably butchering that too. Apologies. The Ashfire King by Chelsea Abdullah. I'm butchering. Sorry. I'm going to probably say that every single time I butcher somebody's poor name. The Outcast Mage by Annabelle Campbell. Blood Mercy by Bella Roth. Finally got that. Blood and Steel by Helen Schuer. And a lot of these are kind of indie, I want to say, like a good portion, like probably half of these are indie. And so, you can't really get them in a bookstore. But anyway, Timeborn by Sarah Samuels. Feathers So Vicious by Liv Zander. The King of Frost and Shadows by Jen L. Gray. The Book of Azrael by Amber V. Nicole. Curse of Shadows and Thorns by L.J. Andrews. Which I actually have a few more L.J. Andrews sitting around somewhere as well. Probably a little further into the stack. Riftborn by Greenwich and Lennox. I've heard good things. Well, I've heard good things about all of these books. Obviously, that's why I bought them. Reign of Shadows and Endings by Melissa K. Rorich. I just showed, and I think The Lady of Darkness is a book that she does. I think I just did that one. And now I need to rearrange it a little bit, and we'll be back. All right, I might have it set up to where I don't have to stop and go, whatever. But anyway, The Darkness Before Them by Matthew Ward. Oathbound by Tracy Dion, which is the end. Well, I don't know if it's the end actually, but it is book 3 in the Legend 4 cycle. I don't know if it's the end though. And then I have The Massive Mirrors, The Liar's Knot, and Labyrinth's Heart by M.A. Carrick, which is the Rick and Rose trilogy. Which I got that discounted. Highly discounted. Alright, now let's see if I can get the system that I just made to work. Or not. We're about to find out. Okay. It worked. Cool. Now these are actually... Okay, here we go. Into the Rift and Flames of Mirror by Clay Harmon. So, these guys. I got these, I think, really discounted. They're like only $3 at like Second and Charles or something. So I got those two. And then I was able to find a couple of Rob J. Hayes at Second and Charles as well. And I got The Razor, or Along the Razor's Edge, and From Cold Ashes Risen, which I think is book 1 and book 3 of The War Eternal. They didn't have book 2. But that's fine. So I got those two. I got the Ember Blade by Chris Wooding. I have Revenant X by David Wellington, which is the sequel to Paradise 1, I believe. Very excited about that. I got a couple of the Witcher's books that I did not have. The Lady of the Lake and The Time of Contempt. And now I have all of them. Yay. And then I have book 2 and 3 of the Graven. So Azura Ghost and Ethra Grave. So, these two. Alright. See if I can't push those down the line and not kill anything along the way. Or cause any avalanches. I might be causing a slight avalanche, but you know what? It's fine. Give me this. Alright. So we have King of Air by D.N. Hoxa. He's a little shiny, very bright. So there we go. I think that's, yeah, okay. And I have A Faith of Flame and In Darkness and Duty by C.C. Tyler. I got these at a little thing up in Charlotte, North Carolina, where they were having some kind of a book fair. So some of these indie authors were out selling books. So I got both of these from her. And then I also got Twisted Souls by Shannon McClellan at the same event as the other two. And of course they came with like little bookmarks and stickers and whatnot. And then I finally got A Kingdom of Stars and Shadows, A Kingdom of Blood and Betrayal, A Kingdom of Venom and Vows trilogy, which I loved this trilogy by Holly Renee. So I finally have it. I finally own it, and that makes me very happy. And then I also have The Haunted Air, which is the second book in her new trilogy by Holly Renee. I think, what was the first one? I'm having a moment. The Veiled Kingdom, I think, is the first one. Then I have The Everqueen by L.J. Andrews. That's just the sequel to The Ever King. Then, of course, I finished the Bonds That Tie series, and so I had to get book 4, 5, and 6 because I love them. I absolutely love them. So I got Force Bonds, I got Tragic Bonds, and I have Unbroken Bonds by Jay Bree. Goodness. And then I have the last two books in the Plated Prisoner series, which is Gold and Goldfinch. Very excited about finishing this series. I loved the other books in the series. And now we're going to do a quick stop because I don't think I can fandangle the rest of my books. Okay, so now Flock by Kate Stewart. I'm going to see about this series. I've heard some very good things about it. Interesting things about it. Avalon Tower by C.N. Crawford and Alex Rivers. Heard very good things about that. Promised in Fire by Jasmine Walt. Flame and Sparrow by S.M. Gaither. Rebel Witch by Kirsten Cicerelli. Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling. Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. And then I have book 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the Zodiac Academy. The Awakening, Ruthless Fae, The Reckoning, and Shadow Princess by Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti. I think they call them the Twisted Sisters or something like that. Don't quote me on that. But I read The Awakening, and I read it a while ago. And the bully romance kind of got to me a few years ago, but now I'm fine with it after reading some other books, and so I really want to get into this because, from what I remember, it was really good. So, then I also have Never Keep by Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti as well. So, can't wait to get to that. Lots of books to get to. A lot of books to get to. I have The Windweaver by Julie Johnson. I love these type of covers. Like, I really love these type of covers where it's just the book, and it doesn't have, it's not a paperback, but it's not hardback with a sleeve. I just like these type of books. I don't know, weird about it, but anyway. Silver Elite by Danny Francis, which has pretty silver edges, which you'll hear about this in a wrap up if you haven't already. Depends on when I post what. Shield to Sparrows by Daphne Perry. Again, you will hear about this in our wrap up. And it has gorgeous edges as well. If you have not read that, you totally need to read that one. A Curse Carved in Bone by Daniel L. Jensen, which is the sequel to A Fate Inked in Blood. And this one has very pretty red shimmery. Yeah, love that. Firebird by Juliet Cross, which is very pretty as well. So many exciting books that I want to read, and it will take a while to get to. But I will eventually read, hopefully, the majority of them. The Wolf King by Lauren Falferman. I'm not quite sure I'm saying that right. I know I'm butchering it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all of the butchering of names. The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig, which I am very excited about because I loved her One Dark Window duology. Of course, it's got very pretty sprayed edges. Love it. Autopsy of a Fairy Tale by Nicole Scarano. I thought sounded kind of interesting. I might describe this one day, but if you're interested, go ahead and look it up. It's kind of like a mystery fantasy type situation. Dire Bound by Sable Sorensen. Can't wait to get to this. I've heard so many good things about it over the months, and I've had it for a couple of months now. Hopefully I'll get to it eventually. And then I got My Funny Demon Valentine and My Demon Hunter by Aurora Asher. And these both have very pretty sprayed edges. That one's kind of going out because of the sun. There we go. So that is all of my books. That is the book haul. I do not know how many books I just showed you. I'll see if I can't put like a number on my screen or something. But yeah, no, that is the book haul. Don't be like me. I have an addiction. I know I have an addiction. And I probably could do so much more with my life if I didn't spend so much money on books. And yeah, I know I need to get better about it. And the last couple months have been very, very stressful. And so one of my coping mechanisms is book buying, and it shows, I think. But I think I've already kind of given a little rant or whatever about book buying. Don't copy me when it comes to book buying. There are so many other options than spending a lot of money on books. And if you're one of those people that, you would rather buy you only want to keep like 4 or 5 star books like in your house or something, and you don't want the 3 stars, it's better to try to go and like either get the ebook from your library or the physical book from your library and then read it first, and then if it's like 4 or 5 star, then just kind of put it on a list somewhere so that you can get it later if you want to. But then if it's a 3 star, well then you don't have to be like, oh, I just spent full price for this book or something, and it's a 3 star, and you're gonna end up like unhauling it. So there are definitely other options out there that are a lot cheaper than buying all these books. And I really need to take my own advice on that. Like, really do. So I think I'm going to try to go on a book buying ban. Try. Outside of what has already been kind of pre-ordered, and I think I've only got about maybe, I want to say 8 other books pre-ordered throughout the year for the rest of the year. And so I want to put myself on a book buying ban, not buying any more books outside of the ones that are already pre-ordered right now for the rest of the year. We're going to try it. Fingers crossed that I actually stick to that. But we're going to try. I'm really going to try. But anyway, that is the end of this book haul. If you like this video, like it. And if you want to see more by me, subscribe. But until next time.